Hi everyone, I'm back after my third week of treatment with the Tria Age-Defying laser to let you know how things are going. So just as a quick refresher, my name's Shelley, I'm 40 years old, and I was chosen to be part of Tria's ambassador program with their new Age-Defying laser. And so I started my treatment 3 weeks ago, and I'm going to explain to you what I've been going through for the last 3 weeks. The directions that came with the laser were very clear on what I needed to be doing, and so they recommend that you do the treatment in the evenings. And so each evening I go ahead and I take the priming cleanser and I wash my face with it. And I want to point out that you can probably tell from seeing me in this video, I have pretty fair colored skin. I have a really light complexion, and my skin also tends to be very sensitive. So I was a little nervous about how my skin was going to react with the products that you use with the Age-Defying laser, but I can say that I have been amazed that the cleanser has worked on my face really well, and I haven't had any skin irritation from it. So that first part is great. And then what I do is I take the laser each night, 5 nights a week, and then I take a 2-day break before I start my next week of treatment. And so after my face is clean, I go ahead and I turn the Age-Defying laser on, and you can see this indicator here. It tells you which level of treatment that you're at. So I started out with 1 light on the training level for 5 days, and then after that 2-day break I went up to 2 on the light indicator for my level 2, which you do for 2 weeks. So that's what I have just finished. So it shows you in the instructions for the laser to break your face down into 4 zones. Each cheek is a zone. So this is my zone 1 up to about here that I treat. And then this is my zone 2 up to here that I treat. My forehead is my zone 3, and my chin area and upper lip is my zone 4. And what's really nice about the Age-Defying laser is that after each zone, the time that you're supposed to spend on it, it beeps. So I've been making sure that as I start my treatment on my zone 1, that I treat each area going over with the laser and going back and forth on it until I hear the beep that the time is done on that area. Then I move to my zone 2 and do my treatment for the period of time till it beeps. And then I move to my forehead. I have found that my forehead area is a little tricky, that for me, that I need to make sure I'm holding the Age-Defying laser correctly. And one thing it shows in the directions is that sometimes when you're on your forehead area, it's important that you're using a motion like this with the laser, but they say that on your forehead you can also use it up and down like this. So I alternate, and it just seems to depend on the day how I am at holding it. I'm getting more practice and getting more used to it. So this has been the trickiest area for me to get used to treating, but I feel like it's going pretty well. And then my zone 4, where I go over my cheek and my lip area. And after you're done your final zone, when that time has ended, the laser automatically turns off, and I redock it in the charging cradle each night so that it's ready for the next treatment. And so that's been going really smoothly. What I notice after or during the treatments, I notice some mild tingling going on in my face, and after the treatment I do notice some slight redness in my face. But again, I have really sensitive skin, and I've actually been surprised that I'm not seeing more redness and that I have been tolerating the treatments really well. So after the treatment, then they recommend using their rejuvenating laser finishing serum. This stuff is amazing. I love this stuff. I put 2 pumps on my hand and I dab some onto each of my zone areas, and then I spread it all around. And it feels amazing on my face. It has a really silky texture, and so I've noticed that within a couple days of starting to use this, how much softer my face is feeling. So I don't know if it's a combination of the laser and the serum or just how amazing this serum is, but my skin does feel so much softer. So looking at the areas on my face, what I have been noticing is that, first of all, I want to point out this here is a scar on my face that I got when I was 5 years old. So this is not a wrinkle, but I'm still interested to see if I see any change in the scar while I'm doing my treatment. Another thing is that I have a little brown age spot over here that developed during my last pregnancy 6 years ago. So it's a pigmentation change, and I believe that I am already seeing this area lighten in the pigmentation from when I started. I do have a couple of smile lines here, and so far what I've been noticing is on this side it seems to be like it has diminished quite a bit, and I think I'm seeing a change on this side as well, but this one tends to be more pronounced than on this side for some reason. But I am definitely noticing a difference that these seem to be fading a little bit. I'm also noticing that on my forehead, you see the wrinkles on my forehead. I think that they're lightening up a little bit as well, especially in this center area. And if you see, if I scrunch my face, I have these two lines right here, and I think that I am seeing them fade a little bit as well. So I'm only 3 weeks into this. I'm on my second day break, and tomorrow evening I will switch the laser up to start my level 3 treatment, which I'll be doing for 8 weeks. And I expect that I will really start to notice even a lot more results with that, considering what I've already noticed just in the first 3 weeks, that I'm already starting to see some results. And so I'm really excited about it. They mentioned that with the redness you see in your face after your treatment, that it should go away overnight. I'm always up for a few hours after I do my treatment, and I've been noticing that within an hour or two of the treatment, the redness is already gone in my face. So again, I was surprised by that too, because I expected to see more redness in my face and it to take a little bit longer to go away. But it's been great. When I get up in the morning, you can't tell at all. There's no redness. And they recommend that you make sure you're using a good sunscreen on your face during your treating with the laser. And I was already doing that. I use oil of Olay just as a moisturizer. I live in a very dry climate, and so I put this on my face every morning, and it has a 15 SPF in it. And also the foundation that I use on my face has an SPF as well. And so I think that's going to be perfect for while I'm doing the treatment with the laser. So far, I think everything's going great. It's really easy to use. The directions explain everything really well. And I'm really excited to see how the next 8 weeks go. So check back with me in a few weeks, and I'll let you know how my training level 3 is going. Thank you.